Hello, and welcome to CMMI Tech Talk. In this video, we are going to talk about how you can make the performance report useful to an organization. The performance report is a required deliverable of benchmark and sustainment appraisals, but the data used to generate the report is obtained from the organization's own measurement reports. So if all the report does is feed back to the organization what they already know, then the appraisal sponsor may rightly question the value of the exercise. However, we will explore how the report can be completed to help organizations see the value. If you are new to completing the performance report, you may like to seek out one of the other CMMI Tech Talks called the Performance Report. Provide value in the report. Delivering value begins with an analysis done by the appraisal team as they complete the report. Note that we are emphasizing analysis here. The basic information used to create the performance report will come from the organization's own measurement reports. If they are using the principles of the CMMI practice area called Managing Performance and Measurement, or MPM for short, then we should already see that they are collecting and analyzing their measurement data. This analysis might highlight areas of project or organizational performance that may need improvement, or it could indicate results that need further investigation. The first area the appraisal team should investigate is checking to make sure the organization has not overlooked anything in their analysis. If they have overlooked something, then consider adding pointers in the team comments that indicate specific areas to explore or improvements to consider. A second area of the appraisal team's analysis is the specified measurements themselves. The process of developing good measures starts with defining SMART, or SMART, business and project objectives. Measures should ideally provide some insight into how the organization is doing in achieving these goals. Typically, measures should help you achieve your business objectives, and process improvement initiatives should work to further those objectives. Measures can be an appropriate indicator of the progress towards achieving those objectives, goals, and process and performance improvement goals. For instance, an organization may have a top-level business goal to improve the delivered quality of its product. Measuring the defects detected after the delivery may be directly related to this goal. But the link between what the organization measures and its business objectives is not always clearly understood, and this can lead to organizations sometimes using inappropriate measures for the objectives they have set. The appraisal team can provide this feedback and may even consider ideas of measures or areas to measure that could be more useful and provide more direct insights. Another area of team analysis arises when an inconsistency is observed between the appraisal results and the organization's measurement results. This may indicate that the team needs to consider adding an improvement opportunity, or even a weakness needs to be added to the findings report. But if the team has already determined that a finding exists and the organization's measurement results do not indicate any issue, this can often mean that the existing measures are too high level and are not detecting the issue. The team can recommend finer-grained measurements to be developed by the organization. These are just some examples of how the report content itself can be used to add value to the organization's own measurement data. The point is not to just take the presented data at face value. The appraisal team doesn't have time during the appraisal to investigate all the data in depth, but looking at the completeness of the organization's own analysis, the consistency of measurement results with the appraisal result, the appropriateness of the measures, and the granularity of the measurements are all good places to start. How to communicate the report. Once the appraisal team has completed the analysis and identified items to feed back into the report, it then needs to think about how to communicate these items to the organization. The first communication tool available is the performance report itself. The appraisal team comments column in the performance report is the appropriate place to capture this feedback. Remember, comments should not breach any of the confidentiality observed in an appraisal. Comments should be detailed enough to express the conclusion of the analysis, why this is the case, and areas of improvement or investigation suggested by the appraisal team. Not every line in a performance report needs such detailed comments. If the results and measures appear appropriate, then it may be enough to include a simple acknowledgement. But a report that merely provides acknowledgement of the measures and results is unlikely to be of much value to an organization. Including details will not only provide feedback for the appraisal, but the organization can also use detailed feedback as a starting point for future improvements. The appraisal team needs to communicate the performance report to the appraisal sponsor. The executive briefing is also an ideal place to review the performance report. The executive briefing is an optional output of benchmark and sustainment appraisals and is an excellent opportunity to talk through key aspects of the performance report with the appraisal sponsor and anyone they wish to include in the session. The team can also review the performance report with the organization during final findings by adding summary slides to the final findings presentation, which can be a very useful way of communicating the important aspects of the report. If there are appraisal findings that contribute to performance issues addressed in the performance report, it is a good idea to highlight these and provide a cross-reference to the line or relevant part of the performance report. Providing this additional reference can assist the organization in better understanding the appraisal findings and where to get started on their continuous improvement efforts. In some instances, organizations will contract with the appraisal team leader after an appraisal has been conducted to consult on their continuous improvement efforts. The appraisal team leader can continue to use the performance report as part of their consultancy to help the organization continue to see the tangible impact that their organizational performance improvement efforts have achieved. Thank you for joining us for this CMMI Tech Talk on how an appraisal team uses the performance report to provide value. Please check out some of our other related tech talks below. If you have any questions, please contact us at support.isaca.org.